We have been talking a lot about kidney and its excretory functions. Now we are going to see what actually are the functions of kidney if we have to put them under one roof, supposedly in the heading of functions of kidney. So we have 3-4 functions which the kidney performs and which are very, very vital for our survival and body functions, and 4 of them are listed over here. First one is excretory. We have discussed a lot about it, that the excretory function of the kidney, the formation of urine, it involves the body getting rid of the metabolites which are not required for it, by it the drugs which are again not required, and the toxins. These are the excretory functions of the kidney, where the kidney is able to get rid of those substances which should not be present inside the body in the form of urine, and it involves the process of formation of urine, the mechanism of urine formation that we have studied, and at the same time there is loss of urea, which is termed to be a toxin for the body. So we have the excretory functions. Few metabolites would be thrown out, drugs that are not used by the body, they would be thrown out, and the toxins that are very harmful for the body, they would also be thrown out. And this basically excretory function of the kidney is a resultant of the nitrogen metabolism that takes place inside our body. The second function that you are going to get introduced to now is homeostatic function. Now there is a term known as homeostasis which our body must carry so that there is a regular and continuous internal environment which is being created inside the body. Why we are different from other reptiles and the rest of the animals? Because we have a strange mechanism that is very peculiar to birds and mammals. That is the mechanism of homeostasis, that is maintaining the internal environment which does not depend upon the external environment, and kidney plays an important role by regulating osmoregulation. So basically the osmoregulatory mechanism of the homeostasis is carried out by kidney, which involves the maintenance of water balance inside the body. Another important homeostatic function of the kidney is maintenance of electrolyte balance. Electrolyte balance, in which we have sodium, potassium and calcium ions. Their balance is maintained. If they are required in less quantity, they would be thrown out. If they are required, they would be absorbed back. Reabsorption mechanism we have studied. So basically the maintenance of electrolyte balance is in the hands of kidney under the homeostatic functions. Then we have maintenance of acid base balance as well, which is regulated by kidney's homeostatic functioning, and all this maintains an internal environment that is constant. A constant internal environment needs to be maintained, which is not altered by whatever is happening in the immediate environment, and that is basically homeostasis. We are going to study about homeostasis along with the endocrine functions, how this homeostatic mechanism is maintained by kidney. That is altogether a different topic. We have to see that water balance would be maintained by kidney itself. If there is more water present inside the blood, the urine formation would be higher, because it will have more water content in it, and in this way homeostasis is maintained. Apart from these, the homeostatic mechanism also takes into account the regulation of the blood pressure. Alright, so blood pressure and water balance are two important fields where the kidney has to intervene and get involved in their maintenance of a constant value. So we have electrolyte balance, where we have the ions such as sodium, potassium, chlorine, and apart from these ions, these are important for electrolyte balance. There is another function of kidney that is important. It regulates the balancing, and involvement of kidney has a crucial role in maintaining the calcium levels inside the blood. Alright, and calcium mechanism, you know, it plays an important role for our various functions like muscle contraction, and apart from that calcium is required, deposited in the bones, and whenever required in the blood it is taken up, because it is a divalent and it is replaceable for magnesium and calcium. Calcium has an important role in body functions. The next function of kidney that we have over here is the secretory or endocrine function. Now, kidney also releases hormones, and what are those hormones? Remember the name renin. We are going to study this hormone in detail when we study about homeostatic functions of kidney. Renin is secreted by the tubular cells, and the second one is renin is not secreted by tubular cells, it is secreted by juxtaglomerular apparatus, the cells of juxtaglomerular apparatus, JG cells as we call them. They secrete a hormone which is endocrine, that is known as renin, and what is its function, that would be covered under next topic. Second is erythropoietin. As the name suggests, it has something to do with the red part, and when I say erythro, I am pointing towards erythrocytes, and those are red blood cells. Erythropoietin is a secretory endocrine hormone which is secreted by kidney, of course, and it is important for formation of RBCs. So, formation of RBCs is known as erythropoiesis, and this hormone plays an important role in erythropoiesis. What you have to remember, which cells secrete these hormones? It is the peritubular capillaries. Peritubular capillaries of renal cortex. They secrete this hormone, and which cells? Of course, the cells would be endothelial cells, because it is a capillary that is present in the renal cortex. This is the peritubular capillary. The endothelial cells, they secrete erythropoietin, which is important for the formation of RBCs. Then there is a mention of prostaglandins. Prostaglandins also function as hormones. They are derivatives of fatty acids. So, kidney secretes prostaglandins as well, which have hormone-like functions, and again these hormones, all three of them, two of them, both renin and prostaglandins, they have active functioning in homeostasis. Now, the last function of kidney is metabolic function, that the conversion of vitamin D3. Vitamin D is very important for our bones and muscles. So, the conversion of vitamin D3 into a complex known as 1,2,5-dihydroxyacetocalciferol, quite a long name, you need not to remember. All you have to remember is that the vitamin D3 gets converted into its derivative, which is calciferol derivative, inside the kidney itself. So, there are 4 functions that we have studied. One function needs to be studied in detail, that is homeostasis, along with endocrine regulations, so that we are going to study in the next lesson.